The difference between my God, Jesus, and your God, whoever it is that my faith is Christianity, okay? But it's more than just saying my faith is Christianity and my faith is accurate and my faith is real and yours isn't real. Well, you almost need some proof to back that up, because I've been in discussions with people where, they're like, okay, you say Jesus is the only way. Well, I say Buddha is the only way, or Krishna is the way, or my faith is the way, and whoever's faith. I've had discussions with people where they're like, I'm Muslim, and your God isn't the real God. Jesus isn't God. I'm like, well, yes, he is. Well, what's my argument? So as a Christian, your argument should be this right here. The difference between my God, Jesus, and your God, whoever it is that my God still lives. Every other God died. Buddha's dead. Hare Krishna's dead. All these gods, supposedly, that were gods, they're all dead. None of them are still living. And just to top it off, not only is my God still living, Jesus lives inside of every believer. He is not only alive, he's living in every believer. Now, the Bible does say that when he died, he went to be at the right hand of the Father. But he left us his Holy Spirit. He says, I go, but when I leave, I'm going to send you the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit. He left us the Holy Spirit, which is the same Spirit that rose Jesus from the dead. And now that Spirit lives inside of me. And when I became a Christian, I became one spirit in Jesus. We became one spirit. Matter of fact, Jesus said we're flesh of his flesh and bone of his bone, because we dwell the same Spirit that rose Jesus from the grave. And that's really powerful. My faith in Jesus is supreme only because of the death, burial, but the resurrection. It's all about the resurrection. Now, Buddha died and he rose from the grave and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Well, then we would have to have another discussion. But he didn't. Okay, Jesus died. He rose again. And because of that, I can die and be with him for all eternity because of the resurrection. So, just a food for thought. Jesus is the only way. Jesus is the only way because he died and rose again. John 14:6 says this. Jesus said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life, and no man comes to the Father but by me. Excuse me. So, because of that, that's enough to say Jesus is the only way when you read the scriptures. But to have the proof behind the pudding is that Jesus is the only way, only because he died but rose again. And he rose again just to live inside of me. And now every believer who believes in Jesus has the same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead. And now greater is he that is in me than he that's in the room because of that. But that's another discussion. We have the creator of the universe living on it inside of every believer. Man, that's really powerful. But it's only powerful if you know that, because what you don't know is killing you. What you don't know is messing you up. Matter of fact, it says that God said himself, he says, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. So knowledge is the issue. If you don't have knowledge, and you don't have power, because the power is living inside of you, but it's no use if you don't know you have it. It's like having a weapon in battle, but you're running around shooting nobody because you don't know you have it in your backpack or whatever. You are well equipped with the same power that rose Jesus from the dead, living on the inside of you. And all you have to do is know it, and let the truth set you free. It's the truth that we don't know that's binding us and hurting us and killing us. It says, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. So, Jesus is the only way. He's the true God.